Clear Efficiency, helping you get clear on the efficiency of your home. Okay, Chelsea and Carlos, I am up in the attic space right now, just taking a quick look around, seeing what it is that you guys have and seeing how it is that we might best be able to help you guys out here. So first and foremost, what we're looking at is the type of insulation that we have here on your attic floor. Chelsea, I know you asked about this. This particular stuff is a older version of the fiberglass type of insulation. Not much different from the type that I have now, except that this particular version, this particular version, if I were to put it directly on my skin, it still has a little bit of that irritational factor to it. Okay, and then the second thing that differs from the newer stuff is that this is yes, a loose fill, right, but it's done in like little curly cue balls, okay, little tiny little squares, whereas this stuff right here is just like strands of hair. Okay, not quite that thin, but just like clumps of cotton candy is probably more accurate. Okay, but again, the same kind of material made by the same company. This newer version is just non-toxic, non-itch, and just like what you have now, non-dust, right? So this is amongst the better type of insulation that is out there. It's not a dusty type of insulation. Okay, that brings me to my second point, which is your current levels. A little bit of fluctuation here, but for the most part, you have a pretty even blanket. Right now, you guys are coming in under code. You're coming in right around a 9-inch mark on average here, about an R25. But just to put that in perspective, bare minimum code right now is R38. That's 13.25 inches. That's right here. That's bare minimum code in California. And the very most insulation that you would put in the home for the maximum effect is 20 inches at R60. Anything above this is what we call diminishing returns, which means you can double up to 40 inches. It won't provide you any more value than it will right here at that 20. But at the very least, we want to get you guys to code. Okay. Now, insulation is done in increments. So the smallest increment is R19. The next is R30, R38, so on and so forth. So where you guys are at right now, with the R25, we would come in here and blow the smallest increment of 19 over the top of that R25, okay? And that will land you guys just a hair above code, okay? Somewhere around this R44, R49 area, okay? But pretty simple on that, okay? So, the only other things to point out up here, there's two other things. For the most part, the insulation is not too dirty, okay? But the parts that are dirty are exceptionally dirty. Okay, now there is fecal matter, okay, and we can see that everywhere. Okay, and what we can even see here is that we actually have a rodent that's been caught here. So this rodent is up here, and we can see that the fecal matter is all here on these plenum boxes. We can see stains because rodents do like to poop and pee in these flat areas. That's what they're attracted to. Okay, however, the good news is that this particular box is made of the sheet metal version and not the type that is going to absorb all that material. So that's very nice. This can be cleaned up and you don't really have to change anything for the air system. One thing to point out for you guys, and I know you guys aren't staying here, but this is your whole house fan here. Okay, this is a nice quiet cool. This is a great whole house fan, but not doing the job that it was intended to do. So this certainly would need to be addressed. Because as of right now, it's essentially not even working, right? You could turn the fan on, but it's not sucking anything from inside the home, okay? But that's pretty much it, guys. That's everything that I'm looking at. That's just a few things to consider, my professional opinion. Sooner rather than later. Thank you.